Okay, can I have everyone's attention please? Good afternoon. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today we will bring you a spectacle so thrilling and entertaining you'll want to tell your children all about it. Tales will be told and songs will be sung about today in what can only be described as a tour de force of humour. Oh, this isn't the general meeting. Sorry, it's a student union pantomime. For anyone who doesn't know, a pantomime is a comedic play usually performed around Christmas based around one of many stories with actors, actresses, songs and slapstick, with many in-jokes and funny sections, with cross-dressing and lots of audience interaction. Sounds very much like a night down in the sports bar. But please keep it quiet, as we are outside counselling and we'll only get complaints. Well then, prepare for an even bigger feast in a play of beauty, mischievous students, and in Snow White and the 6 Sabbaticals. Sorry, it seems that some of the Sabs couldn't make it, so instead, may we present Goldilocks and the 3 Bars. Sorry, it seems that bars won't let us use Escape because it means paying for more security. Instead, here is Chris in Boots. Sorry, Chris no longer works here. How about Tweeting Beauty? Sorry, the script is more than 140 characters. Right, it will just have to be Jack and the Beanstalk. Okay, that's good, but the women's officer says it's sexist, so it'll be Jill and the Beanstalk. No, we'll just get Jack played by a girl, as is pantomime tradition. What do you mean, Aicha asks to be genetically modified? No, it's fine and natural. So that's Jack and the environmentally friendly FairTrade Beanstalk. Alpha says what? Yes, it comes under budget, and it's not going to affect his studies, Fergie. So, finally, that's Jack and the competitively priced, environmentally friendly, non-lecture affecting FairTrade Beanstalk. So our story starts on campus.
Once upon a time, there was a magical place where dreams come true, and students could go there knowing they would find enlightenment and prospects and a glowing future. And after they've finished drinking in the bar, they could go upstairs to get involved with the student union. And this is where our story starts, in the kingdom known as Student Central, where it was verily filled with television screens, vending machines, and coffees that had to be paid for. And for this reason, the manager had an idea.
Now everyone, I have a problem. Sorry, no, we have a problem. Ever since this coffee shop was opened, everyone's been spending their money in the coffee shop, and the budget is gone. We can no longer afford to fill up our biscuit tin. It's for this reason I have to go to Kirkgate Market and purchase a magic coffee cow. No longer will we have to buy coffee, but we can make our own from this magic cow.
Oh, the other one. Oh, a sweet man, it's gone blue. That's nearly as bad as when the canteen told that dodgy hot dog maker that it was just a hit.
Enough bad jokes, let's move on.
So everything was happy at the Students' Union, with a seemingly never-ending supply of good, fair trade coffee from the magical cow. Students were dealt with swiftly at the Advice Centre, FMD sales were up, and Heather got a gold award in her Pilates for keeping her legs open. However, like any great resource, it soon became exhausted, after David from the Advice Centre reached the 10th week in a row of his 30 espresso a day habit. Soon the magical cows and udders were shrivelled and no longer working, and the time had come to say goodbye to the useless cow. Oh.
I'm afraid our magical cow can produce no more coffee. There's only one thing we can do.
Get David on the hot chocolate? Or give him something to do?
Excuse me, I resent that.
Resent what?
I mean, I resent an email. I've ordered some more coffee. I'm desperate for caffeine.
Well, we don't have a cow, man.
But it's dry.
We should put in a job request for the porters and leave it to be picked up at Student Central.
No, we don't have that long. Besides, the learning champions will have a hissy fit.
Now we'll have to get Jack, a keen work experience student, to take it over to the dust shop in the Richmond building, where he'll be able to sell it. Therefore, enough boxes of coffee to keep us going for the rest of the term.
Keep moving.
Right, I'm on my way. Hello, boys and girls.
Hello, Jack. And so Jack headed across the campus, past the doors that never work, and around all the building sites, and towards the Richmond building, passing by the Green. There he met Dame Houston, keeper of the keys.
Ah, Jack McFlow, how are you?
Dame Houston, though if the world does end tomorrow, this will be the last thing I see. Oh. But are you okay? You look tired.
Yeah, it's me age. I'm not the spring chicken I once was. I feel like I'm putting the men into menopause. Oh, a bit of enthusiasm. Also, I was kept up all night by loud talking of environmental policies coming from student flats.
Ah, that'll be the Green Party. I have to say, I do love your dress, even if it looks like it's more inflated than the price of a parking permit. And that's a nice tutu. How did you get it?
Well, I wanted more than a tutu. I should have spent more time in lectures working on my degree instead of dressing in women's clothing.
Help me, help me!
What's the matter?
I just realised I haven't got my joint membership for the gym.
Houston, do we have a problem?
Oh, I've never heard that one. No, it's fine. All you need to do, son, is go to Unique and sign up with Katie. She should be able to help, or die.
Oh, that's not very nice.
No, die. She works for reception. If not, Jim will fix it for you.
Is that really a good idea?
Hearing the continuation of badly scripted jokes, Jack continues on his voyage of the campus towards the Just Shop, where he came across a canny young girl on a bicycle.
Who are you, young squire?
I'm Mary of Whittington, off to London to seek my fortune. I can no longer stay in Bradford, so I'm on my flight with my trusty count to seek my million.
Is that one of those powered bikes?
Yes, my trusted cut licks the bike that powers it. My cut-lit converter.
Where is your cat at the moment?
Oh, it's just popped off to the chemist for some plasters. I've hurt my hands on the handlebars. Yes, my puss is in boots.
I see. Good day to you.
Jack continues his way over to the shop, but is stopped by a mysterious stranger.
Hello, mysterious stranger. How can I help?
I'm looking for the Cotton building. Any idea where it is?
Nope, I don't think anyone does. Actually, I do. Go forward to Student Central and from there you should see it.
In what direction?
It's behind you!
Cheers! Oh, but before I go, I'd be interested in purchasing that car from you.
Okay, I'm not sure. I told my manager I'd take it to the Just Shop.
Well, I can do you a better deal than they can. I've got something that certainly isn't in the NUS brochure.
Ooh, what?
Magic beans!
No, he's killed me.
But they are fair trade, organic and friendly, LGBT, supporting women's liberation, encouraging politically left, ethnically sourced magic beans.
Ooh, well, if you put it like that, certainly. Here's my cow.
And here are your beans. Enjoy!
And so Jack skipped back in the direction of Student Central with his newly received magic beans. He did have time to wave hello to Sinbad the Sailor aboard the good ship School of Health, and the Pied Piper of Gorton trying to get all the rats in Bradford out using a whistle, failing miserably, before popping for a quick session of karaoke at the local tavern, but leaving when everyone started singing really badly.
Ah, Jack, you're back. Did you sell that cow?
I did, and I got 3 magic beans for it.
3 magic beans? 3 magic beans? You nitwit, we can't make coffee from those. There's not even enough in there for a vegetarian curry. How am I supposed to get a sweat on? Get out! We'll never get any work done around here now. It's not long before the paper is left unpublished, rooms left unbooked, and printing left unprinted.
Oh, it's chaos around here. We still haven't done all our jobs and it's just past midnight. Oh, the minibus has turned right into a pumpkin. The student learning champions into mice. And my class slippers back into slippers.
We could really do with these very good.
As these words left her mouth, a figure appears, as if by magic.
Granted. And we'd like 95% student engagement. Consider it done. And we would like to run an event in the Great Hall quickly and easily with outside catering and children without emails filling up our inboxes. Sorry, but that's even beyond my powers. But I can make your magic beans grow.
I bet you can!
But only if you tell me 3 really bad jokes that will offend the cast.
Okay. Why is the Students' Union like a rubbish TV set? Because the reception is terrible. What's black and white and never read all over? The Bradford student. And what do you do if you cross Chris Spargo and Sue Kershaw? A reduction in your sports budget.
You've succeeded. Alakazam!
As the fairy Godbaker disappears, something magical happens. Overnight, the magic bean sprouted and grew into a large beanstalk. In a noise louder than Phil typing in the corner, towering away above campus and giving the volunteers on the veg patch a serious inferiority complex. Jack returns to the Students' Union the next day to see this amazing sight.
Wow, look at the size of that thing.
Wow, that's a big one.
It looks amazing. Perhaps a little too much like a palm tree. Perhaps the campus gardeners calmed it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's find it.
No, I think I'll give it a miss. It'll play havoc with my tide and that foliage. No, I'm not having it.
Oh no, it's the evil health and safety officer.
I don't think so, Sonny. Have you filled your risk assessment in for the climate of Beanstalk?
No.
I mean, look at the size of it. I don't suppose it's flame-proof for one moment. And by the look of it, there's no secondary fire escape. It's a disaster just waiting to happen. What about the line of sight for the giant's castle?
But it's a pretty solid beanstalk. Look, it's made of pipe cleaners, tissue paper and wood.
But has it been flame-proofed? Passed through the Student Central User Committee? Are these beans producing non-competing against what the shop is selling?
Don't worry, I have a bucket of water here to put out any fires. Whoa! Sorry about that.
Just taking the tomato soup to the kitchen.
That's my membership of the Pointless Custard Pie Society completed. Oh no, my shoelaces are undone.
This is ridiculous. Here's someone's voting. To the days zone. Oh, you!
Great, now I can climb up the stalk and see what's up there. Wow, I can see loads from up here. There's a gigantic hole of Bradford, there's the construction of Bradford College, and there's, what's this? Book of vinyl sale in Student Central. Good grief, these signs get everywhere.
Here's the thing, there's just one song to sing. It is Bradford letters every day. Yeah. It's been sung in tune.
I hope this song don't go too low.
The lyrics don't work, it's out of time. We've actually wanted to see this pantomime. Yeah. From us all here. And all you actually wanted to do is go away from here. Or maybe go around a bit. But now this beanstalk, we can leave for the very first time. The plot's moving on, yeah. Thanks to me, this Europe-round, all on soon. With this beanstalk, I could rewrite these jokes so bad. It's even worse than the student feed out. Yeah. Where's the time gone?
Where's the time gone?
How come we weren't about this? The jokes are really taking the piss. Yes, we aware that he had not filled in the correct risk assessment and that any moment the health and safety officer could appear to tell him that he couldn't do it. But thankfully, he successfully reached the top of the beanstalk and into the clouds, along which stood a massive castle.
Wow, it's Mark Cleary's retirement home.
No, the other castle.
Oh, I wonder what's in there.
Jack enters the castle and has a look around. There he finds various suited men and women at a table.
Who are you, little boy?
I'm Jack from the university.
Are you here to negotiate the subvention?
I suppose so. We don't really get enough from the university. It's just not large enough.
Oh, yes it is.
Oh, no it isn't.
Oh, yes it is.
Oh, no it isn't.
Oh, yes it is.
Oh, no it isn't.
Fine, here's a large bag of gold.
But before the man can give Jack the subvention, there's a loud rumbling.
Fee, fi, fo, foo. We shouldn't give that money to the SU. Be they here or be they there. Oh, it's nearly 5. Let's listen to Rabbit.
Luckily for Jack, the evil financial giant has got distracted by student radio, allowing him to escape with a bag of money.
Yes, there's enough to run 3 F&Ds, a fashion show, and to pay for water polo to finally buy some new scuba diving horses.
A few hours passed, and Jack decided that he should head back up the beanstalk to see what else he could find. He reappears back in the castle, hurrying before it closes due to the removal of the 24-hour access to the castle due to those budget restraints.
What in the name of Tamsin Little is this? Wait, this isn't an ordinary hen. It lays golden parking tickets. Finally, we can park anywhere we like on campus without having to wrestle passes off security. Who said parking permits were as rare as hen's teeth?
But then the hen bites Jack, and that invalidates that one.
Fee, fi, fo, fen. This little boy's grabbing my hen.
Right, he's on to me. Forget the golden hen. What about this golden crow that lays print cartridges? That's useful.
Fee, fi, fo, fro. This little lad's now grabbing my crow.
Fine, what about a magic duck that lays golden minibus for?
Fee, fi, fo.
Okay, that's that. There's no need for that.
Jack headed quickly back down the beanstalk with the hen. With the duck. But curiosity soon got the better of him, and he was back up the beanstalk for a 3rd time.
Now, what else can I find? A magic storeroom to store all the rubbish we can never find a home for? No, what's this? A magical guitar that plays by itself. Think of all the money we could save at FND. Does it play Gangnam Style?
Bloody hell, that little lad's back up here again. He's up more times than some of the members of society's exec. Fee, fi, fo, faded. Hey, sexy lady! Gangnam Style! Gangnam Style!
But instead of escaping faster than a member of council after 3 hours discussing a motion, Jack was being chased by the financial giant, who begins to follow him down the beanstalk.
Quick, we must chop down the beanstalk before the giant reaches us and causes untold damage.
What we'll do, if I only have a more run a bean.
What are you talking about?
We need to chop down that beanstalk. Has anyone got an axe?
Sorry, I left my chopper at home.
Well, we have one alongside my stapler. A pair of scissors and glue tape to toss it to go. You can't leave anything around here without getting nicked by a student. Pieces, little tools, large metallic plates.
Never mind, the giant can't reach us. It seems to be
going on over at the Mugger Pictures by the library.
Thank you to all members of the sports teams who joined us here today to take part in the opening of the Muggers. I know we promised that they'll be open in September. Where's the end product that matters? I'm not proud to announce the Mugger Pictures up. Look, there's a man here at the start with the calculator. Oh, you've got to be kidding!
And with a large smash, the Mugger Pictures are destroyed by a dazed duck giant. I bet the estates department wished he'd fallen last year into the old halls. Anyway, back in the Students' Union.
Well, everybody, it's been an unusual few days, but Jack here has done us proud. Not only do we have a large bag of cash, a variety of animals that lay useful objects, and a magical guitar, we have now found a new appreciation of the power of nature. Hey, where's David?
He's stuck in a meeting with the giant. Apparently he needs advice now that he's fallen out of his castle. It wasn't even Unipol registered.
And so the union lived happily ever after, until at least the next exec or staff meeting, that is.
No expense spared for this. Hey, don't put music on.
You've got to introduce.
Sing a song. Are you ready all together now? The words are on the air. Hey, ho, here we go. Son of a son is wearing a hypnotist. Hypnotist. Wanna be right, Ashley? Hey, ho. Right, I've got a better idea, Jack. I think the girls can sing better than the boys. Well, come on, you're supposed to join in. Right, girls, are you ready? Let's sing. 1, 2, 3. Hey, oh, did you guess? Another should quiver here in the podcast. Why can't we ever get some nice time when we quiet, Ashley? Come on, girls. There's not many girls in this audience, Jack. I think you're going to do better.
Come on then, boys, we can do better.
Hey, oh, did you guess?
Can you decide, Jack?
I think I've had enough.
Well, I've just had to live it down. I think we all should sing together.
Yeah.
Come on then, one more time. Take it away. Hey, ho, did you guess? Another stupid way to hit the best. Why can't we ever get some rest? They're moving forward. Another song of tunes. Oh, God, I've lost a step.
Okay, we're ready.